What's up everyone, my name is Augustine, I'm a cruise ship musician and this YouTube channel is dedicated to everyone who works or wants to work on a cruise ship. So if that's you, make sure you subscribe and you check out my other videos because you're definitely gonna find them useful. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you some words that crew members use on a cruise ship that you should be familiar with. We're gonna start with the parts of the ship. So you don't say left side and right side, you say port side and starboard side. The port side is the left side and the starboard side is the right side. You can remember port has 4 letters and left has 4 letters, so port is left. And then aft or after is the back of the ship and forward is the front of the ship. So if it's in the middle, you say midship. Also, you don't say floors, you say decks. For example, I live on deck 2. Usually deck 1 is just for crew members, deck 0 is definitely just for crew members, and that's where you're gonna find offices, the laundries, a lot of crew cabins, and then deck 2 you're gonna find a bit of everything, so there's gonna be crew cabins but also passenger cabins, and the higher you go the more fancy the cabins are gonna be and the more expensive they're gonna be, of course, because the view is better. And then at the very top of the ship you're gonna find the pool deck where the swimming pool is. The mess is where the crew eats. So on some ships you're gonna find the crew mess, the staff mess and the officers mess, things like that. But on this ship there's just crew mess and staff mess, everyone can go there, and then some crew members can go to the restaurants together with the passengers. So everyone from entertainment, shops, spa, security, hotel, all these departments, they can go to the actual restaurants. And then the kitchen on a ship is called the galley. The bridge is where the captain works and where they drive the ship. So you would usually find it at the front of the ship in one of the higher decks. And if there's an emergency on the ship, you should call the bridge. The N1 or I-95 is a corridor for crew only that goes all the way through the ship, and you're gonna find a lot of people. It's usually very busy and you know, everyone's working, everyone's carrying trolleys around, and there's storage units, there's offices, so yeah, it's just for crew only. It's called the M1 because it's a bit like a motorway. It's very busy, as I said, and M1 is the name of the motorway in England. On the American ships they call it the I-95 because that's the name of the motorway in America. A tender is a boat that they use to move passengers or crew when the ship is not at port, or maybe the ship company can't pay or doesn't want to pay for the ship to dock, and that's when they use a tender. The watertight doors are doors that would hold water forever, so you would find them in the lower decks, usually crew only decks because they're very dangerous, the watertight doors. They would close, they're closed remotely from the bridge by the way, and they won't stop, so if you stand in the middle it would just kill you. And then fire screen doors would of course stop the spread of fire, and you would find them all over the ship. There's different fire compartments and they would be closed remotely from the bridge as well if they needed to. Okay, that's all the parts of the ship that I can think of right now. I mean, with a fancy name that you might not know if you don't work on a cruise ship, because of course the theater, for example, is just the theater. I don't have to explain what the theater is. So now I'm going to go through some other words that you might not know if you don't work on a cruise ship. IPM, that means in-port manning. It means there needs to be a minimum amount of crew members per department or per master station, it depends on the ship I think, at all times on the ship. So when the ship is at port, you might not be able to get off if you get IPM. It doesn't happen very often, so on this company it happened to me just one time, and it was on my birthday actually. Some other companies they take turns, so you know that once every 2 weeks you get IPM, for example. Here I think it's more like if a certain amount of crew members from your department or your master station got off the ship, then you can't. Master station is your safety station, so should anything go wrong, they would call crew alert and all the crew would go to their master stations, which is where the lifeboats are, and then the general emergency signal, that would mean that all the passengers would go to their master station as well. A drill is of course when we practice what I just described. They ring the crew alert signal and all crew go to their master station and pretend there's a real emergency. We wear our life jackets and everything. And it usually lasts for like an hour. Well, it could be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour or even an hour and a half sometimes. And sometimes they even lower the lifeboats. It usually happens once a week, but on this ship it happens once every 2 weeks. I mean, it happens once a week but we get 3 different colors of safety cards. So you could be green, yellow, or red. I think if you're yellow, you have to do it like every time, but if you're green or red, you would do it once every other week. So for example, this week is green, that means I have to do it, but next week is red, so I don't have to do it, and the week after that is green again, so I have to do it. So it's once every 2 weeks on here, but it's usually every week on other ships, I think. A purser is someone who works in an office on a ship, and it has something to do with the finances, like an accountant, but not necessarily an accountant. So everything that has to do with passports and, you know, numbers, things like that. Sorry, I don't really know what a purser is, but it's someone who works in an office. There's many of them. And the chief purser is obviously the boss of all the pursers. Oh, also the difference between a ship and a boat is that a ship can carry boats, but a boat can't carry ships, if that makes sense. So many people refer to a cruise ship as a boat. Oh yeah, this boat, blah blah blah. But you know, many people do it actually, but it's not correct, if that makes sense, because it's big. A ship is big, a boat is small. Lifeboats are small boats that you would find on the ship. Should anything go wrong, people should get in the lifeboats and, you know, be safe. Honestly, a more accurate name would be death boats. Some other words that crew members use: paisano, that's a Spanish word, it means someone from your own country. And everyone from the restaurants and the bars, they use this word banana. That means a telling off. So if your boss tells you off, you got banana. I don't know where the word comes from really, but yeah, they use it a lot. Okay, that's all the words that I can think of right now, but if you can think of some other words that crew members use on cruise ships, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And the most important thing is, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, because I've got many videos that you might find useful if you work or want to work on a cruise ship. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.